Hello guys, so after naka-generate tayo ng mass model, tapos nalagyan na natin yung mga seismic loads which are EX1, EX2, EZ1, EZ2, ide-develop na natin itong response spectra. So ang kailangan natin dito, yung mga parameters. So ang ating soil profile type is yung SD, or this is number 4. Ayan, yung soil type number 4. Sa NSCP, yan yung SD. And then, ang ating zone ay 0.4. Tapos, ang ating near source factors ay 1.14 tsaka 1.48. That is based on the seismic source type na A tsaka yung distance na 6.5. Ang seismic source type natin ay laging type A. And then, gagamit na tayo ngayon ng seismic coefficients na CA tsaka CV. So, from table 208-7, ang CA natin ay maggagaling dito sa this column. And then, ang soil profile type natin ay SD, kaya magiging 0.44 NA. So, let's try that. 0.44 times NA. Ayan. So, that's how I got 0.502. And then, etong CV naman, that is from table 208-8. CV is 0.64 NV. This is based on 0.4 tsaka SD. So, that is equal to 0.64 times NV, 1.48. So, yan ang 0.9472. Next, punta tayo dito kay T sub S. T sub S, yan yung period ng structure, which is equal to CV divided by 2.5 CA. So, that is CV 0.9472 divided by 2.5 times CA. Ayan. And yan yung 0.7553. And then, yung T sub O, that is equal to 0.2 times TS. Okay? So, ang mga equations na yan, ito, constant yan. Ngayon, itong CECV, magva-vary yan dito sa zone tsaka sa soil profile type. Ngayon, dito na tayo sa ating curve, response spectrum curve. And then, gagawa na tayo ng table natin. Ito. Para may plot natin yung response spectrum curve. Ito. So, itong horizontal axis, ito yung time in seconds or period in seconds. Tapos, itong vertical axis, ito yung acceleration or S sub A in meters per second squared. And then, ang interval natin ay 0.2. So, pag ako ang ginagamit ko palagi ay 0.2 para maliit lang ang kanyang interval para fine yung kanyang curve. Okay, and then yung first 4 numbers natin is from 0 to 1 second. Okay? And then, T sub O, ito yung pag-compute niya, 0.151. And then, T sub S, ito yung 0.7553. Ito. Tapos, yung 1.0, constant yan. Okay? And then, dito na tayo ngayon sa acceleration. By the way, etong columns na ito is kaparehas lang dito. No? Yan. Parehas lang yung dalawang yan. And then, for the acceleration, yung first number natin dito, that is equal to Ayan, C sub A. Okay, 0.502. Dito yan nagaling. And then, itong next acceleration naman, 1.254 is 2.5 times CA. Ayan. And then, so, nakuha na natin ito. So, highlightan ko yan. And then next, highlight ko na rin yan. Ito namang 1.254, parehas lang yan, yung two numbers na yan dito. Okay? And then, at 1 second, that is now equal to CV times yung period T. So, ang equation nito ay equal to CV times T. Okay? So, constant kayo niyang CV. Dito natin siya ililink. Tapos, yung T, dito natin siya ililink. Okay? So, in Excel, that is equal to CV times yung period T. Pero itong C255 or itong CV, lalagyan natin yan, i-fix natin yan. So, I will press F4 para magkaroon siya ng $. And then, ika-copy-paste na lang natin siya. Okay? By the way, itong period niya, after 1, okay, after 1, gagawin natin niya equal to 1 plus itong time interval na 0.2. And then, itong time interval, i-fix natin yan at 0.2. So, lalagyan ko yan ng $. And then, ito na yung ikakopy ko. So, this one, the next is equal to yung time sa taas plus yung time interval na naman. So, ganun ang ganun. And then, i-fix ko na ito ulit para copy-paste ko na lang. So, copy, paste, 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 paste. Ayan. So, ganyan lang. Hanggang dito sa last. So, that is now 8.8. Next, dito naman sa acceleration column, as I've said before, ang equation niyan ay equal to itong T, ayan, multiplied by the CV, okay? So that is equal to T times CV. Ayan. Pero, yung CV, i-fix natin yan. So, I will press F4 para maging $. After that, paste mo na siya pababa. Oops! Hindi pala times. So, this is equal to time divided by CV. Oops! Again, this is equal to so, itong column na to, ulitin ko na lang, no? Yung column na yan, that is equal to CV divided by period T, which is this. And then, i-fix natin itong CV, which is, ayang C255. So, i-F4 ko yan. And then, copy, paste, 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 paste. So, ito, 0.474. So, yan yung equation kung paano ko nakuha yung mga numbers na yan. Okay, so ulitin ko. This is equal to CV divided by period. So, I will press enter. Pero itong CV, i-fix ko yan. Then, I will now copy this. Paste ko na pababa. Okay, let's say, I will copy, then paste it going downwards. Okay? And then, itong colored box na to, kung paano ko isinolve to, kung paano ko ginawa ito, ganon din to. Okay? So, naulit lang. Ngayon, ang purpose nito is, ito yung ikakopy natin sa, at ipe-paste natin kay STAAD. Okay, next is, meron tayong mga numbers dito sa baba. For example, ito, yung 1 all over R, 0.11765. Yan yung una nating gagamitin kay response spectra, no? Okay, so balik na tayo kay STAAD. Before that, explain ko lang itong plot, no? Itong horizontal, this is based on your time period T. Ito. Tapos, itong vertical axis, ito yung acceleration, which is this. So, pag hinalight ko yan, dito siya nakalink. Parehas lang yan kung dito mo siya ililink. Okay, next. Punta tayo ngayon kay STAAD. So, punta tayo kay loading. And then, load cases details. And then, punta tayo kay RSX. By the way, RS means response spectra. And then, you click add. I-click natin si response spectra. And then, ang code natin ay custom. And then, ang method natin ay CQC. And then, i-check natin si X. Yan. At ang value na ilalagay natin dito ay 0.11765. Ngayon, yung 0.11765, nanggaling yan sa equation na 1 all over R, wherein our R is 8.5. And then, you take acceleration. So, yan ang ginagawa natin ngayon. Si acceleration ay ito. And then, tick linear again. Ito siya. At ang damping ay 0.05. Ito siya. And then, ang scale na ilalagay natin ay 9.81. Tapos, ipe-paste natin ang copied data, which is this. Hanggang doon. Ipe-paste natin siya sa blank table. Ito. So, Control V. Mapapansin nyo na nandun na siya kahit cell 39. Ayan. So, if you will look, this is 39. Ayan. See? 39. Next is, we now click Add. And then, close. Ayan. So, nalagyan na ngayon yung spectrum RSX. We will do the same thing kay RSZ. So, you click RSZ. And then, Add. Tapos, response spectra again. And then, yung code is custom. Tapos, method is CQC. This time, we will check Z. Ayan. Tapos, ang value niya ay 0.11765 pa rin. Tapos, you take acceleration, and then linear, and then damping is 0.05. Then scale is still 9.81. Again, we will paste the data here. Ayan siya. Then you click add and then close. Ayan. Next, punta na tayo kay analysis and design. And then miscellaneous commands. Ito siya. Tapos cut off mode shape. Here is 20. Okay. Shapes 20. Then you press OK. Tapos sa command line or sa command editor, just before finish, let us type perform analysis. Oops, oh wait. Meron pa pala. WX. Ayan. So, punta tayo kay loading. And then WX. So, load cases details. Ito. And then, you click add. Tapos, wind load. And then, your type is 1. Regular. Tick. X. Ito siya. And then, that is windward force. And then, add. And then, close. Then, ganon din kay WZ. Okay? So, add. And then, wind load. Then, type 2. Regular. Tick Z naman ngayon. Still windward force. Add. And then, close. Okay, next is, punta tayo ngayon kay analysis and design, miscellaneous commands, cut off mode shape is 20. And then, you press OK. Tapos balik tayo kay command file. Just before finish, we will type their perform analysis. Okay, so type natin dyan perform analysis. And then save. Tapos, click na natin si perform analysis. Ayan, si run analysis. Ayun, nagka-error siya. Okay, so pakita ko lang yung error. Ayan, yung error, lumabas. No reference load case of type mass, blah, 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 blah. Center of mass calculation is not possible. Ito. So, we will fix this in the next lecture. So, okay guys, this is the end of part 2, which is application of loads. Okay guys, thank you for listening.